Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray is going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers.
A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Saints nothing. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Saints.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Saquon Barkley works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And down inside the 15 he goes. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Loss of 8 yards.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Down by Levante David. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Come on. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Play fake. Murray. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
At the line of scrimmage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. It'll be Love to try and get the 1st. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Murray sets to throw on fourth. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lavonte David making his presence felt in the backfield. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on fourth, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This is Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 7-yard gain.
On 3rd down, Barkley.
And it's 3rd down.
He's going to be very close to a 1st down. Good running, but looks like he's a yard short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Murray sacked.
Alex Anzalone. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Here's Murray from midfield. Flushed out right. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
22-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Murray again, 2nd and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints' 5-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Saints 3. Josh Lambo is set.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third and 2, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run.
He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him at the 12. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Justin Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Third and long, it's Herbert. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so.
And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Murray's pass intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
The score.
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will make it into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. A first down carry for Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
Herbert's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the run, it's Barkley. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept them in the game.
He sure has, and that offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
And this is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Murray off play action. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
By the Saints.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll go to Barkley again and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Buccaneers 21.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and goal.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for him. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On play action, it's Murray. Keeps himself upright. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They'll run with Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Herbert now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Herbert. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's 3rd down and 11.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Give me some more. Picked off at the 35. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off play action. Murray. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off the play fake. Murray. Got a man open. It's Ross. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Off play action. Murray. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. K.J. Hamler with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Buccaneers 42, Saints 21. Josh Lambo set to...
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter This would be their third straight defeat.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On fourth down, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Tonight's final score, Buccaneers.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.